Are you ready as we get going on this Wednesday morning to play Mystery Quarterback?
You know I appreciate the sound effects.
Mystery Quarterback. I looked long and hard for that this morning. Because you appreciate it, though. Mystery Quarterback. I am not going to tell you who this person is.
Okay.
I am not. I am going to ask you, though, and give you some stats, some bullet points, some things about a person.
Okay.
And ask you, and ask everybody out there, and love for you to call, 412-928-9370, or text. We'll take your calls this morning. If this mystery quarterback, without giving away a name, just the stats, should be in jeopardy of losing his or her job.
Okay.
Could be a female football team. His or her job with these numbers. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
2-6 in their last 8 starts. Okay, a lot of people go through tough spells, right?
Could be on the defense.
Yeah,
right?
but we'll take them piece by piece and talk about them a little bit. 2-6 in their last 8 starts, where just once their team has scored 30 points. Okay?
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Especially in this day and age where teams are scoring a lot of points.
It's a quarterback-driven league.
Yards per pass attempt are at 6.2. When the mean average is about 7.6 or so. That would rank 25th, this mystery quarterback, in their respective league. 25th in their respective league, this mystery quarterback. Yards per attempt, 6.2. That means they're not really throwing the football all that far, Chris. It's not traversing a lot of times past the first down sticks,
not a lot of deep balls.
Quarterback rating, the old QBR for the mystery quarterback. Are you ready? 28th in their league. 28th in their league at 35.5.
35.
That would put them, and I'll give away something here. They're in the NFL. That would put them right there, just under Goff, just under Wentz, and just ahead of Zach Wilson. Ooh. So they're not one of the mystery quarterbacks, right? So 35.5 is the QBR.
Goff, it's not Wilson. Okay.
Right. Passer rating. Are you ready for this? 30th. 30th in their league at 79. Andy Dalton and Wentz are better. So you can cross Andy Dalton off of being this quarterback. Now, this mystery quarterback
could be a rookie, I'm thinking. No,
one more time.
He hasn't played.
This mystery quarterback is 3rd in attempts. They throw it all around. They throw it a ton. 130 attempts through 3 games this season. The mystery quarterback, their arm, it goes, and it goes forward. And the ball is in it, then the ball is out of it. Only Brady and Carr throw the football more. Okay? So they sling it all around the yard. Man, did they throw it. The mystery quarterback.
I'm starting to drill down on who this is.
The mystery quarterback, right? Last thing for you. The mystery quarterback's completion percentage. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
25th in the league at 63.8. Daniel Jones is better. Jalen Hurts is better.
Oh, my.
The mystery quarterback. Are you ready for the big reveal?
I think I know. I think the win-loss record may have given it away.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
If I just gave you all those stats, right, that I gave you, and those are cold, hard numbers about Ben Roethlisberger, and you were married to nostalgia before. Hey, Ben Roethlisberger should play because he's the Steelers quarterback. He had been the Steelers quarterback. Man, that's why you play him. Okay, that's one thing. You want to make that argument. But then you're on the other side of it going into yesterday or whenever, and you're somebody that calls 412-928-9370, and you go, well, just look at he's not that bad. I just gave you a ton of numbers to where if I took the name off of the back of the jersey, if I just told you, here's a 39-year-old man who's doing this from a quantification standpoint, and then I asked, should this guy's job be in jeopardy? In what universe do you live in to where you can honestly say he shouldn't be fighting for his job?
So we agree on this, right? That he should be fighting for his job.
Yes.
But I want to play devil's advocate here. I just do. Because the first response you get when you question Ben Roethlisberger's performance, not just over the first 3 games this year, but over the last half dozen games last year, and you roll it all up into a big disappointing ball of wax. You pointed out the 2-6 record in his last 8 starts. The first defense you get is, yeah, well, I mean, Tom Brady wouldn't be playing well behind this offensive line.
Oh, Unitas or whoever. You couldn't find them behind this offensive line doing anything. Right.
And the response to that should be, you look at any franchise quarterback worth their salt, let alone half their salary. They put in that work and they put in that production despite their offensive line sometimes. Aaron Rodgers, who I know we will talk about a lot today, Aaron Rodgers had a third-string left tackle starting for him on Sunday night.
Right.
And he still came back and beat the Niners with, 37 seconds left or whatever it was. Good quarterbacks complain about their offensive line, or the fans complain about their offensive line maybe. Great quarterbacks, it doesn't matter what their line does.
I am not calling for a change today. I'm not saying that should happen. I'm not saying Ben Roethlisberger should be benched. But what I am doing is I'm throwing the bat signal up, using this sound effect, saying I can't continue to listen to the people who say it's a non-starter, that it's not a conversation, that we're out of our minds, that people in Pittsburgh don't know what the hell they're talking about, who say maybe they can investigate just a bit of a different road. Because when I read it to you and I take the name off of it, you go, those are horrid statistics. And if Ben Roethlisberger, that's all he can do, and he's supposedly a great, although he's 39 years old, and I get it, and he was a great, what does it hurt playing someone else if you're trying to find out their future? Again, I am not here this morning at 6:11, and I do not want to do 4 hours of talking about the freaking quarterback, and we will not do that today. But what I do want to accentuate and get across is it is not good from a number standpoint. And if you just took that name off, you'd go, yes, it makes sense to take a look at someone else, whether it's next week, whether it's in a month, and especially, Chris, if it doesn't get better.
That's the thing. I think the timeline that has been put on it, and you suggested this first a couple days ago, of the bye week, right? We'll be through 6 games at that point. And if he hasn't found it by then, regardless of the offensive line, regardless of Matt Canada, you cannot expect him to eventually find it over the following 11 games. Moreover, after those 6 games, if Ben Roethlisberger is still playing like this, you're probably 1-5. Maybe if you're lucky and the defense pulls one out for you, 2-4. And so you're not really in contention anymore. I know that seems early to say that, a third of the way through the season, but the writing will be on the wall if it isn't already. And this organization needs to stop with well, that's the way we do things. And, well, that's just the way it's always been done around here. Because we've seen them actually do some pretty intelligent things when they've gotten away from that mode of thinking, that modus operandi of, well, that's just the way we do it around here.
Typewriters and rotary dial phones.
Right,
yes,
exactly.
They've gotten past
Here's
that
your
in some
ashtray.
regards. By
By all means, smoke in the office. No, it is different, okay? This is a world where you trade a first-round pick to get an elite-level safety. This is a world where you put void years on the end of contracts to keep a guy around in some cases. This is a world where you're willing to do different things. And a different thing for the Pittsburgh Steelers would be not continuing to bash their heads against the wall by letting Ben Roethlisberger go out there and struggle and look the way he does. You talked about the mystery quarterback aspect of this and sort of the blind resume aspect of it. If you just looked at the other guys around him based on quarterback ranking through the first 3 games, and then all of a sudden you looked at the stats and said, oh, all these guys must be very similar. And then all of a sudden you swiped right and you saw the names that were on these quarterbacks around him on the stat sheet, the leaders sheet.
It's like
Andy
with
Dalton,
Tua and those guys.
Davis Mills.
I know.
Tua Tagovailoa, Jacoby Brissett. Those are the guys he's grouped with right now. Not because of his offensive line. Okay, they play a part in it. Not because of his offensive coordinator. I get it. He plays a part in it too. But because he's simply not good enough to get past those hurdles and those obstacles of a bad offensive line and a first-year offensive coordinator anymore.
You know what I have to say to all that?
Dun, dun, dun.